Remember when you were a kid and you drew pictures of crazy cars and impossible machines? Or when you wrote stories about jumping through time or reading people's minds? They were pure fantasies. But I've come to realize that it's those fantasies that lead us to invent the future. Hi, I'm Robert. This is me, and this is me, and this. I helped start the Google Creative Lab about 5 years ago. This is the lab. We're on the 16th floor at Google in New York. I like to think we have some of the world's most talented storytellers and designers here. This guy's French, this guy's Thai, she's a New Yorker. I was so intimidated when I started at Google. Like the guy who invented the internet works here. And here I am, a graphic designer with an MFA from Parsons. I'm not an engineer, not a business person. I don't build any of the awesome products you love. So how could I and the Creative Lab be useful? One thing I was surprised to find is that we can actually play a role in helping to invent the future by writing the fiction of the science. Because it's not enough for the technology to be awesome. There needs to be a great story about why we should love it and how it fits in our lives. And if that story is compelling enough, people will want the technology. They'll want to build it, and they'll want to use it. Here's a cool example from my personal experience at Google. We got invited by some engineers to check out the brilliant new heads-up display technology. I was blown away. You knew this was going to change the world, but no one knew exactly what this thing was yet. So we went away to create the story. We pretended the product was finished, and we made an ad for it. It was pure fiction. We made it up. We were like, what would we want? Literally, to make the film, we had cameras strapped to our heads. A design intern just made up the look of the interface. And we just told the simple story of how the product might fit in a regular person's life. When we played the film for the engineers, Sergey was like, this is cool. Maybe we should build that. Later on, they were joked, hey, maybe you guys should make a film every week and we'll just build products against it. Funny, but flattering. Our 2-minute film, an exercise in pretend, actually helped shape hard engineered reality. Stories influencing technology is nothing new. In the 1960s, a designer on the set of Star Trek created Captain Kirk's communicator.
Kirk Enterprise.
Scott here, sir.
We're beaming up.
An engineer at Motorola, who was a huge Star Trek fan, was so inspired by the designer's work that he invented the cell phone. Soon, the cell phone looked like this. Look familiar? Another example. When Spielberg was preparing Minority Report, he and his production designer invited a group of tech geniuses to a 3-day think tank to come up with the look of the future. Then, they hired a young engineer with a great name to come on set and build the fictional technology, including Tom Cruise's famous screens.
Sound clear.
When the film came out, an engineer, Raytheon, was so pumped up about those screens that she licensed the fake tech and turned it into real tech. Now the military is using it, and pretty soon it'll be available to the public. And this just popped up the other day. Elon Musk, the scientist behind Tesla Motors and SpaceX, who I totally have a man crush on, said on Twitter that he could design rocket parts using hand gestures and then print those designs in titanium. Jon Favreau, director of Iron Man, said, like in my movie? And Musk said, yeah, saw in the movie and made it real. Good idea. Amazing. Okay, so what's my point? Amazing things happen when there's a strong connection between the tech side and the art side. Scientists shouldn't have to randomly see something inspiring in a movie. And storytellers shouldn't have to hope that someone stumbles upon the creative fantasy. Have the science influence the fiction and the fiction influence the science directly. Get these people in the same room, working together, inspiring each other. When I graduated from art school, I never could have imagined that one day I'd be working with amazing storytellers and brilliant engineers to fundamentally shape the future that my kids and my kids' kids might live in. If you're in the creative arts, don't underestimate the role you might play in helping to shape the future. I'm lucky enough to watch it happen every day, and it's pretty cool.